Hello guys, my name is Nick and you are watching The Sports Entertainer. Make sure you have subscribed to our channel with post notifications turned on so that you never miss out on one of our daily WWE videos. Well guys, there's no doubt that wrestling fans are still reeling in from what was a truly amazing first pay-per-view event for AEW All Elite Wrestling, that being Double or Nothing. And it truly showcased that despite the critics and naysayers, AEW is well on its way to becoming legitimate competition for the WWE and Vince McMahon. And with the new information we have been provided with, McMahon has confirmed the suspicions of much of the past 2 months, that Vince McMahon is in fact fearing All Elite Wrestling. Following Double or Nothing last night, one of the biggest talking points was regarding how fans believed that Vince McMahon would have reacted to AEW's first ever pay-per-view, if he did watch it at all, along with the not-so-subliminal shots All Elite Wrestling took at WWE throughout the night. And brace yourselves guys, because if the reported scenario our sources have informed us regarding how McMahon had reacted to AEW backstage in WWE last night during the show are true, clearly AEW is starting to get into Vince McMahon's head, if it hasn't already. According to one of our sources, Vince McMahon did in fact end up watching parts of the All Elite Wrestling Double or Nothing pay-per-view event last night, along with a few executives, notably Triple H, Kevin Dunn, Bruce Prichard, Ranjin Singh, and Road Dogg, to gauge the legitimacy of the concerns or claims of AEW being competition or not for WWE, which was something that WWE had addressed in a backstage meeting earlier in the week, as well as to simply get a sense for what AEW is going to be bringing to the table. And apparently, although Vince was on one hand impressed with the quality and overall feel of Double or Nothing, as you might expect or anticipate, especially following Jon Moxley's surprise debut after the Kenny Omega-Chris Jericho main event match, which McMahon reportedly had no idea was going to happen, considering he was still in contact with Ambrose after his departure from the WWE, and Vince was reportedly extremely hot-tempered due to the realization that he has severely underestimated AEW's capabilities. One source noted that prior to last night's Double or Nothing show, Vince's stance on AEW was that it would essentially be Impact Wrestling 2.0, and no real threat or worry for the WWE. However, Vince allegedly was extremely surprised with Double or Nothing, indicating that the show had surpassed McMahon's expectations. And although this is purely speculation, we don't think it's far-fetched to add that McMahon could very well be fearing AEW posing as a legitimate threat for the WWE's dwindling ratings and viewership. Without question, we can all expect Vince McMahon to at least attempt to get things organized behind the scenes following Double or Nothing, to try bringing up those dreadful Raw and SmackDown Live ratings as of late. And considering it had been well documented in the past that McMahon seems to produce his best work under some form of stress or pressure, AEW's Double or Nothing being a major success is only a good thing for the wrestling business in general, but more specifically for the fans. We unfortunately were not able to get any backstage information on how Triple H had reacted to Cody Rhodes destroying his symbolic throne with the sledgehammer, though we were informed of some noteworthy news in regards to how Vince McMahon vented his obvious frustrations following Double or Nothing, and not surprisingly, they were directed towards the WWE talent who expressed their excitement and appreciation for AEW's big show. Some of these names being Sasha Banks, who has just recently returned to working with the company on the road, Matt Hardy, Peyton Royce, Carl Anderson, Heath Slater, and as surprising as this may sound or be, The Undertaker, who was caught by fans liking a post on Instagram last night praising AEW, which reportedly infuriated Vince McMahon when he was told about it. As expected, these wrestlers, along with a couple of others, have garnered backstage heat with Vince due to openly acknowledging the competition, so don't be at all surprised if some of these talents, minus The Undertaker of course, are publicly buried on television, comparable to when the Revival refused to sign new deals with the WWE and were thus humiliated by the Usos. With all this being said, are you guys surprised by Vince McMahon's reported reaction after watching AEW's Double or Nothing last night? Or was this a reaction you had anticipated, as well as McMahon resorting to venting his frustrations at his locker room for simply acknowledging AEW? Make sure you sound off in the comment section down below, and do give us your thoughts and opinions on the matter. Thanks for watching The Sports Entertainer. Make sure you leave a like and comment, and also be sure that you hit that subscribe button for all of our daily WWE videos.